don't like it immediately, play with it, put it in the tool bag, practice it again as you go, see if you can figure it out. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is that if you're kind of in a jiu-jitsu situation or a judo kind of situation, you're looking for some sort of clothing grip. You're a wrestler, can't grab the singlet, you're looking for a head and an arm, like a wrist control here and a tie-up. Generally, that's what you're looking for. But if he goes to shoot, and this is where I find myself, I got to decide what I'm going to do. He's low, I can't now easily do much other than try to sprawl. If he's got the leg, the sprawl is a little difficult. So, what I'm ultimately looking for is I want to get the head, right? I want to get the belt, and I want to start to push out a little bit. And I'm going to give him some room if he tries to stand up. That's what I want. I'm going to drop, and I'm going to move to the top. If he doesn't stand up, you're going to continue to try to get the leg out. From our good wrestlers in here, you guys are thinking, why don't we just sprawl? Legit, you can totally sprawl. He goes to make the shoot, and I can just drop. However it is that you want to do that is fine with me. But, assuming he goes in and he makes this, get the head. I start pushing, he starts driving back. And I'm trying to keep this back. He starts to stand back up, and I just roll up and go down. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's say that we're a little more judo-y, or a little more jiu-jitsu-y. We start from the grip, right? I pull and grab the head. I grab here. This hand can grab here. It can just be down underneath. I can grab the arm. There's a lot of things you can do with this hand. I like to try to grab my uniform. It just makes it more stable. We're going to be here. It's easier from the standing. They're fool enough to not be low with good posture. This is what you want. Roll. Lift, roll. By the way, you didn't notice? This is guillotine choke. Okay? Sure. Let's see. Let's put Brent, move down the end.
Sir.
Oh crap! I lost. I suck. Then we got to reset. Right? It doesn't give me really a chance if I've never done this move to kind of work it out, kind of by the steps. He makes his move. I make my grab. I grab here. I try to push this back. He starts to stand up, and I just. Does that make sense? Kind of by the numbers. You're helping your partner a little bit. And sir, we'll be fighting later. You'll get a chance to give a lot of resistance later. You go, I go, you go, I go. Ready? A couple of questions. Number one, if the hand position isn't right, it's going to be difficult. Okay? So, whichever leg I go forward, the chances are his head will probably be on that side. If he tries to single leg this side, that's a long way to go, no problem. I just have to take a step back. What you don't want to do, and again, sometimes we're new, sometimes we're new, we don't know. He does this, and he gets his head this, and we're trying to headlock this way somehow. That's going to make everything super hard. That's the first thing. Let's just get this. If he's on the left side, if his head's on the left side, just grab that, all right? By the way, if you don't want to choke people, which I want to choke people, let's say that there's some rules say you can't choke people like in wrestling, grab that chin, right? Now, I said what I really would like to do is I'd like to push back to defend. He starts trying to stand up. If he goes to stand, this becomes an easier one. The question was, well, do we still do it if he stays low and drives? So as long as I get here and I'm low, if he drives me to the point where I have to fall, yeah, it'll go. It'll work. You can still work it. So here's what you get. Here's the advantage of doing this versus something that you might prefer. Number one, I don't lose the points for the throw if you're a competitor. Number one. Number two, I don't have to dismantle his attack. I accept the attack, and then I get on top. I immediately get a dominant position. That's pretty important. Cool? All right. So the hand position, if this leg is trapped and I can't get it back and I can't really stand him up, no problem. You're kind of here. Get close, sit on your heel. That makes this a whole lot easier. By the way, if you remember in the warm-ups, we did this drill a whole lot, right? You guys should be pretty good at that. It sets up a lot of arm locks from the guard. There's a lot of stuff we're doing. Any other questions on this particular takedown? Pretty cool, right? Who sees that you could easily just choke without rolling? Here's the challenge with that. Caleb goes to make single leg. I get here and I'm like, I got to choke, right? That seems pretty good. But then I go to make this and he slides his feet past my leg. I go down and then he hops over. Now I've got a pretty good headlock and nothing because I didn't entangle very well. If you can get half guard, you can make the choke. But if he escapes the half guard, there you are holding a head with nothing much to do. So he goes to make the move, I grab the head and I have to entangle this leg. Now I can make the choke. Does that make sense? So as long as you can entangle that leg consistently or reliably, you can just go straight to the choke. There's nothing wrong with that. We start in this position. I pull him and I get to here. Could I make the choke from here? Yep. Sure I could, but the defense to this is super easy. He flag pulls me, then he throws me. So it'd be better, in my opinion, if you're in the situation you get this and he's already entangling you, get to the top position. Does that all make sense?
Yes, sir.
Are there better ways to make throws for you? Sure, there's other throws you like better. Are there better ways to make chokes? Sure, you can make chokes. You can have a different choke. Let's go to the next one. Let's say he goes to make outside single, right? And he lifts me up. Now, most people I see are like, crap, I'm going to get swept because he's looking for this leg. He wants to sweep this leg, and I don't want to fall, particularly if I'm not good on my back. If I have difficulties fighting from the guard, you want to take the top position. If you're a wrestler, you never want to be on your back. Got to keep those things in mind. So he goes to make an outside single. He lifts. I want this between his legs, right? I want to entangle, if I can, his head and this arm, and then this. Now, he goes to drive, push me down, right? I can maintain my balance, and when I'm ready, I sit, and I'm back to this position, where I can either crucifix, or go again to the guillotine. So, this is the move. So a lot of guys are like, I don't think I can do that. Single leg, outside single happens so fast. He picks my leg up and I'm in trouble. He goes down, this is what I want. This is what I want. I'm pretty good. If I can't get a better grip, I can grab some shirt. If he's a wrestler, I can be in this position. When he goes to lift, no problem. You just control him all the way to the ground. Who thinks they can do that move? Sure. I'll show you what it looks like without somebody grabbing you. We're here. I'm going to bait him with my right leg because I want to use my right hand. He comes in. This is where I get the underhook. He stands up. This is what I want. His head should be right there. Right? I sit, roll to my side, take the top, I end up being crucifix. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Give it a try. All right. Let's see if he can just roll him into guillotine. He goes to make single leg. Single leg. So now watch. This is the guillotine. That's where he wants to end. He's kind of low. Make sense? All right, next move. He goes to make outside single, and let's see if he can make his turning crucifix. Not bad, and you see his hand position? He's got the head bent. That's a suffocated movement and neck crank. And by the way, if you're doing this in wrestling, you can probably get away with it. If you're doing it in Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, unless the rules specify, you're probably going to lose points or get disqualified. You can't crank necks in most tournaments. Now, I'm not telling you that because I want you to go win a bunch of tournaments. What I'm trying to tell you is there are sometimes weird rules you got to remember. On the street, there's no rules. I'm going to crank the neck until they pass out. I mean, I'm just going to do that. I put the guillotine on them and I'm going to choke them until they are unconscious. That's kind of the goal. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's talk about this double end. You can make you move in quickly. That's a hard thing for folks to do. I'll be honest. Why do you think a lot of people in competition start off, they touch gloves, and they go, because they can't throw. Their throws suck. Or, if their throws are good, they don't think it's worth the risk of being thrown. They just don't think it's worth the risk. Fair enough. Butt scoot if that's all you have. But I want people to learn to be better instead of me doing this. trying to reel a guy in, wouldn't it be better for me to get in and get to a position where I can do a lift, right? Where I can move in, hit him, do a small, a minor outside reap, right? Wouldn't that be better? We move in, I hit him here, I take this, I take the top position, or double leg, doesn't that make sense? We can do it. The question is where's your confidence level? Your confidence level's low. I'm good at the arm bar. If I can just get the guard, I'll do this garbage, right? That's all I got. Fair enough. If you win, great. If you do that on the street, the guy's gonna stomp your ankle. He's gonna kick you in the groin. It's not combat. It's situational for sports so you can win being a sucky thrower, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Double leg. You got a better double leg, I'm not gonna tell you to change. You can do it. Penetrating step. I wanna be here at the end. I'm too far. But when I swing, now I'm in position. Ear presses. I grab, I'm gonna kind of start the lawnmower kind of motion here. Now watch, when I push and I yank his feet out from under him, he goes down. Now I've got good control here. If I let him go, he's gonna make the guard. Now I gotta fight out of the guard, that sucks. So, we're here, and I've ear pressed him and I control. All I wanna do is I wanna move up to the side, push this across his face, and get to this position. If we can do that much from the double leg, we can make some magic happen. Ready? Get your partner. Double leg, move to side control. A good, better, best for everything. All right? So, if I'm gonna make double leg, by the way, if that's the foot that's out, I wanna move to that foot. Does that make sense? What if he switches sides? I have mirror stance. All right, now I'm on this side. All right? So, how we make this action happen, kind of think if you got a set of blocks like little kid blocks, and you push the top and the stack falls over, that's pretty cool. But if you push one of the middle blocks and one of the tops, it collapses down on itself. So I'm going to affect kind of two different points of his balance. When I go in, I get here. My ear is pushing in this direction with a significant amount of force, right? While I'm pushing this way, my hands are pulling that away, right? So if you're doing this, lifting them up and going this way towards your head, that's a hard stinking double leg. Does that make sense? That would be the wrong way, in my opinion. By the way, I'm pulling this hand, so this is the hand that's in this position. It shouldn't be this way. It's not going to be the same pull. So everything kind of matters in my opinion, right? I want to collapse the legs. I want to make a small lift. I arch my back, lift. Now look, I pull, my head's pushing that way, his legs go that way. Okay? Now, watch my left leg. I don't throw him on my left leg. I drive him. Right leg comes up. I take kind of a tripod stance. If you don't do this, you tend to fall to your side. He just gets on top. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So how you land matters. How you grip matters. How you push matters. Pretty cool? Right? Move in. Throw. Take him down. Slide to the top. Once you get here, control this arm. Okay? I'm going to shift over. Hit the lift, make a turn, and there's the arm that I want. Cool?
Sure, sir.
Squeeze the legs, for men especially, keeps from crushing your balls. Left. Okay? Pretty cool?
Sure, sir.
I'll demonstrate the submission one more time. head, hand, mount, turn, sit, arm lock. Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Go! All right. So I move in to go get him, right? I lift, I throw, and I stick. What happens if I look up at him? He's gonna start framing and push me away, or he's gonna punch me if he's a striker. He's gonna start trying to move on me. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Once he starts moving, then I gotta fight him. So I'm gonna hit and I'm gonna stick. I'm not looking at him. This hand's gonna shoot straight up, right across his face, and then I'm gonna hold this arm. I'm using my head. I'm controlling the arm. Okay? Switch my feet. Step to here. Now watch. Still tight. Lift. So I pull him into this position.
Sir.
It's hard for him to bridge from here. Step. Lift him off the ground. That's how tight this is. Hold. Arch. Sticking him and being tight is extremely important. Okay? Right. Can we make this move? Can we get here?
Yes, sir.
Gives us some options. I can first of all make toe hold. Okay? Who saw toe hold? Raise your hand. Who knows toe hold? Raise your hand. I did. Second of all, I can step over, and then I've got his leg already locked here, or I can go behind my back and get this leg. Which is pretty strong, pretty tough. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
This works because when I grab this and he falls, his legs kind of come together, and then I just shoot this here. All right. For my wrestlers, you don't want to be on your back, so you're going to roll. He gets to there. No problem. Right? I still have something. I have to decide what I'm going to do with it. Right? So I'm just going to cross these again, and I'll leg lace him into this position. Right? Roll him again back to his point position, back to a point position. Okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling for it. Toe hold. Knee bar. Okay? But I still have this foot. Heel hook. Okay? Got a lot of options here. Right? I can try to control them here. Right? I've now got the hip lock. So this looks like toe hold, but trust me, when I push this to the up position, the hip is going to probably give, or the knee, one of the two. Where do you feel that at? Hip. Hip lock. By the way, heel hook. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, here is the mission. Make your takedown. This is the drill. I'm giving you fun stuff to play with, but I want you to drill the single leg, the double leg. Look for this. The right knee has to come up, the right hand goes between the legs. Right? Secure. Now, if I can hold on with the one hand, get your legs out. I'm just going to hold on with the one hand. Go, escape. He's not immobilized completely, but he's stuck. By the way, pinky finger, pinky toe, toe hold. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
I fed this here, right? Hook, kick over, grind, calf crush. Okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
You can play with all of those if you can figure out how to go from here to here. This is your last drill. Do it a couple times and you're dead. It's like, you know, my biology or my physics class all over again. It's all just garbage in my head. I don't understand. It's going to be on YouTube. Go to the YouTube page, watch it again, refresh your memory. That's the easiest thing to do. Or come ask me, right? Or come ask one of the guys or gals that has a little bit of rank and is familiar. They'll help you. Questions on that? All right. Who at least feels comfortable making single leg? Pretty good. Who feels comfortable making double leg? Who understands why we work this penetrating step now? Who understands why the posture is so important when we make a penetrating step? And who understands that the penetrating step isn't supposed to be just sexy, even though it kind of is. That looks kind of smooth. But it's to get closer to somebody. Right? Who laughed? This is what Ethan's going to do. He's going to see somebody he really likes, like pretty good looking woman right there. He's going to go. That's his new approach, right? All right. It's sexy jiu-jitsu wise. It's not really sexy in the relationship game. I hope that little humor was good for you. All right. You got to close the distance. That's the magic. Okay. That is the magic. Who thought I could probably make a single leg, move up the body, or double leg, move up the body, and get into side control? Who thought they could probably do that? And when you got there, who felt there was the arm and I can make an arm lock? Okay, so you're at least feeling that it makes sense. It's not like, I don't know, none of this is just jiving. The hard one was, we make double leg and we end up in this position. His legs up, we got control of some legs. Who saw, once I showed you, it makes sense. I can twist the legs up and I can make a leg lace. Who saw the leg lace? Who saw some sort of ankle lock of some sort? Who saw some sort of knee bar or hip lock? I showed you a bunch of stuff not to just blow your mind. It's to get you to do the single leg and the double leg about, 30, 40 more times than you would have done it if I just said we're doing single leg and double leg all night. I got you to forget about single leg and double leg. Tried to give you a little bit of some bait at the end so that you guys, I want to do the arm bar, but I got to do this takedown, right? All right, we skipped over one. How about the counter throw? The roll, get the head. Who made guillotine? Who landed and stuck crucifix? Who thinks I don't even know what guillotine and crucifix are because I'm pretty new? Anybody? Okay, well, I mean, if I walked you through it today and you don't remember, ask me again. I'm happy to help. We must fight! Everybody on the wall. Make good throw, good submission, and then restart. Ready? Go! Don't let it run, man. Nice stuff. You want to turn it that way? That's why I didn't want to. That was good. Good job. All right, good man. Bridge. Don't let him. Yeah, push him off of you. That's fine. Work him out. Come on, Michael. Raise this thing and turn it over.
Oh my gosh, brother.
time. Ready? Now look at that foot. Good. All right, spin around. Spin around. Come over quick.
That was awesome. Yeah, I like it. That was awesome. So good.
Come on, finish it! Finish it! Like you're thinking. What did we get you?